All right, guys, good morning. Welcome to our morning note. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of G.A.R Capital. Happy Monday, everybody. It is January 11th, 2021. Wow, January just keeps moving, huh? So pretty good stuff, pretty good stuff. Good morning, everybody. All right, before we begin, make sure to click on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. It's our logo and icon. Click that to turn on notifications, subscribe to our channel, like our videos. We do appreciate it as always. So let's go ahead and talk market, shall we? Something a little new for the morning note, and I'll explain that here in a second, is Finviz.com. So I had our investment seminar with our investment club, and what I did was, I didn't think of this. One of my staff members, one of our analysts was like, he uses Finviz, and I was like, man, you know what? Maybe we should use that. So I went ahead and upgraded to Finviz Elite. They have a free version, but it's delayed. Finviz is pretty cool. To be honest with you, I never had the Elite package, so I went ahead and just bought it for a year. So I can give our investment club and our members some more insight on stuff. So if they have any questions on tickers or something, I can look it up pretty quickly. Again, I'm all about new tools to help us out as always. So again, this is pretty cool. I love this. So let's talk about futures before we begin. Dow futures are down 311 and Nasdaq futures down 121 points, 12,973. S&P futures down about 35 points at 3782. Russell 2000 futures down the most, 1.33%. Bitcoin futures 33,295. Right now, spot Bitcoin is at 33,000. We'll go over that in a second. Crude futures down 0.88%. Gold futures slightly green, 0.05% at 18.36 an ounce. 24.92 on the silver futures, 117. And the dollar is actually up with yields, 0.58%, 90.62 on the dollar index. And the VIX right now is up 11.69%. And let's go over the spot on Bitcoin. Bitcoin just got a little bit of a flush here on the red candle. If I can get this going, it should be right. Here we go, 33,582. That's on our hourly chart. If we go and bring up a daily chart, you can see. And as this loads, this is Coinbase Pro, excuse me. Everyone's always asking me, oh, what do you use? It's Coinbase Pro. So sometimes it can be a little slow. So I guess we'll just swap this out here. What's cool about Finviz, again, we don't have an advertisement for them at all. I actually paid for this. So I don't have any affiliation with Finviz. I just like it. So far, I've been kind of messing with it this morning. And here is the total crypto. So we'll go over crypto together. How's that? Right now, the spot Bitcoin price is 32,503. This is actually a little not as up to date as I would like. But you can see Litecoin 132, ETH 1026. You can get this. This could be free for you guys. So you don't have to get the elite version. But again, it's a good way to see the relative performance of each of the cryptocurrencies versus the US dollar. Bitcoin is actually faring better than Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, and Litecoin at the moment. These are the major coins. And XRP, being Ripple, is down slightly, so actually performing better than the rest. But they only have Ripple, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin. So again, going over that, Bitcoin is at 32,503, and you can see on the daily chart, really your next support level is on the daily is around 30,000. Again, nothing has really changed in my view. Again, I'm still bullish on Bitcoin. Again, these corrections do happen, or these kind of little flushes happen. We had this on Monday, and then we bounced. Remember in the market as well, remember Monday was red, and then what happened? We bounced. It's nothing new. So again, this is just the continuance. Rinse, lather, repeat. Everyone says they want to dip until the dip comes, and then they don't buy. But again, I buy every Thursday, so again, hopefully this dip holds for Thursday so I can get a good price. But again, even if it goes back up, it doesn't bother me. Again, I have automatic investment on Bitcoin. And again, I'll repeat it again. I'll repeat it one more time. And the chart's kind of a little off here on Coinbase Pro. I will be selling one Bitcoin because I have a little over 3. I'll sell one at 50,000. So again, everyone asks me, when are you going to sell? When are you going to sell? That's when I'm going to sell. All right, let's talk about pre-market movers this morning. Here's what's moving and shaking. The U.S. stocks, NIO on a partnership with NVIDIA is up about 11%. Watching NIO this week. NIO could definitely have a Tesla-type run from last week. So if you saw Tesla last week, NIO has that ability to do the same. So NIO is something you should really be watching for this week. Let's go ahead and take a look at the chart of NIO together and start looking at maybe the 70 calls. Again, we just have to see the strikes. We have to see the volume as always. And you can see new all-time highs. This is a stock that we own with the investment club. We've got in, I forget the price that we got in. If I can bring it up here. When did I get into NIO? We got into NIO at 41. And right now we're at 65.55. So again, great company to own. They like some growth prospects there. They have some deliveries in China. and now their partnership with NVIDIA is a really good sign for NIO. So again, the only real EV companies I own are Blink Charging, NIO, and Tesla, and those are the three I got. Again, NIO, you're free to trade how you want. So again, let's see if we break that 65.85 high. And if we do break that, then again, I will start taking a look at the 68s, maybe the 70s for this week, maybe not next. Again, let's take a look at the volume. I'm expecting some high volume on NIO. Again, it could have that Tesla type run, so keep an eye on it. It could be a home run. Just be careful on your risk management, as always. Apple down 1.5%, Boeing down 3.5%, part of our watch list for our members this week. Let's take a look at Walgreens is up about 0.66%. Walt Disney was upgraded as well. We sent our upgrades and downgrades to our premium and masterclass members. If you're part of that group, make sure check the Discord. I've been up since 4 a.m. getting you all the news as we go. Again, this is what I do. I love this stuff. Tesla is down 2.2%. Again, they were price upgraded across the board. I think Tesla's a great company to own long term. I've been saying it. Twitter down 7.63%. As you know, President Donald Trump was removed from Twitter. So again, Twitter under pressure. Keep an eye on that for some puts. Remember, it could bounce as well. So again, just keep an eye on it. Facebook, the social media giant, again down 2.3%. NVIDIA up 1.4%. Again, same thing with NIO. So NIO and NVIDIA doing well. And Eli Lilly also had some headlines. They're up about 13%. The headline is on our Twitter feed. Again, that is free. There is no paid Twitter account. We only have one, G.A.R Capital. It is free to use. Feel free to retweet, to watch our news. Again, all the news you can use is on our free Twitter. There's only one Twitter. There is no premium Twitter. There's no basic. It's just one, I promise you. Just one Twitter account. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ here and what's moving as well. Baidu, again, price upgraded as well, up 3%. So take a look at Baidu. Baidu, NVIDIA, and NIO looking very nice for some calls. So take a look at that. Could be some volume there. And for puts, take a look at Boeing, Twitter, and Facebook. Could be some plays there. It could be interesting. So again, keep that in the back of your head. So those should be your 6 stocks that you should be watching for the week. Boeing, Twitter, and Facebook to the downside. And for upside, you can take a look at Baidu, you can take a look at NIO, and you could also take a look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA is a little more on the pricier side. So I think NVIDIA, I think NIO and Baidu should be a little easier, a little cheaper on that side to trade for the upside. Tesla could also be another resilient name that you can probably trade, again, on some dips, but again, always take a look at the volume. Again, it's an expensive name. So what we have on the signal side, we have Qs and we have GLD. GLD is looking pretty ugly. Obviously, we had that big drop, but again, I'm still holding. We never know. We've seen this before. Qs right now is right at the 50-day moving average. Not really worried about that because I had that same issue last week where I had some Q calls and it took all the way till Friday for us to get green on it because the fall on Monday. So premiums could be hit a little bit, but we have the 320, so we're going to be fine. I'm not really worried about this. All these dips have been bought. And what I've noticed in the morning is that anytime futures are red, they turn green at 9:30, and anytime futures are green, they sell off a little bit at 9:30. So you get a little bit of a flip there. Going back to Finviz, Finviz is pretty cool. So again, looking at the main here at the hub, you can go to major news, and what's really cool is that you get all the charts right away. So this makes my life easier when I talk to you guys. We talked about Twitter, right? So again, you can see here, this is the 50-day moving average on the daily chart. So I went ahead, just brought up the daily chart, make life easy. 47.74 right now, about down 7% currently pre-market. So we can go to intraday charts, make this a little easier, but intraday only gives me pre-market. So let's go ahead and bring up a daily chart. And you can see on the daily chart, let's see. Let me go ahead and let me go back to screener home. What's cool is that you have the stock screener. So let's go back to major news. This looks like it's easier to work with. So prime frame daily, a technical type pattern. You can see there's your resistance here, this trend line here, and we're below the 50-day. So again, it could be worth trading here. So again, on daily chart for a swing, 45 puts. Again, if you're bearish on this name, and you can see it did break that moving average on the daily, could be worth something. The idea is, are we going to get the volume on the 45s? 45s would probably be my target if you're looking. Amazon, you can see a consolidation pattern here. They had some news as well. Again, this is part of Finviz. So again, this is a nice way to look at stuff. 31.53. I wouldn't short here. Again, it's an expensive name to trade. But again, if you're a holder, my level to buy some more shares, which I'll be buying personally, is right at 3,000. And then we're looking at Tesla now. And you can see Tesla on the daily looks pretty great. But again, it is down pre-market about 2.35%. Really, your next support level is right around maybe 730, if that. So about another $100. Facebook, again, another consolidation move. I've been saying this before with all the mega cap names. Facebook, Facebook, Apple, Netflix, Google. Those names have been consolidating, just sideways action. So not really much to do. But if you wanted to go and take a look at some technicals on the daily chart, you could see right here this breakdown here of this triangle, of this wedge currently. So again, you could probably take a look at maybe the 250 puts on a Facebook. Social media is going to take a little bit of a hit as more users are going to leave due to the president being removed from those platforms. So again, maybe some user growth will go down, maybe some user engagement will go down. So again, those opportunities are out there for you. So Facebook and Twitter are definitely something to look out for. Lily also got some movement here, so we can go ahead and bring up on why they're moving, and it brings up this link of Motley Fool. Again, good old Finviz making my life easier. So here's why Eli Lilly's up, as much as up at 20%. The drug maker shares are shooting higher in response to a positive clinical update for his experimental Alzheimer's drug called donanemab. Donanemab, I don't know, but that's what it says. So again, you can see that it is higher today. Wouldn't probably trade that, but either way. And if you're going by NIO like we did, we're up about 10% here. You could see that 70 target. Again, like we talked about, the 70 calls could be something in play. You can see it follows this trend line. Again, this is courtesy of Finviz. I did not draw these lines, but again, it looks very, very good on this this daily chart. So take a look at the NIO 70s. Maybe could be a play. Let's see if we get that continuance above 65.85. And Apple, you could see that you do have a slight double top right at 140, but if once we break 140, we should rocket higher to around 150, 160. And you could see here right above the moving averages. So Apple's looking pretty bullish on the daily chart, even though we're down about 1.5%. And that's where we are. So again, you could feel free to look at this. This is actually great. This makes my life so much easier than making a list. I can actually go by this and make life easier. It looks really, really good. So Finviz, again, highly recommended. Check a look at it. Looks pretty cool. So let's go ahead and answer some questions. Let me go ahead and close this. Okay, let me see if I can bring up Coinbase Pro with the chart, or it's just going to be lagging for me. All right, here we go. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Carlos. Thoughts on the ZS and Snap calls this week? Let me go ahead and move this over because this is not working. Okay, let me go ahead and update this. I was looking at some tweets. Okay, so let's see Snap. Okay, remember guys, it's all about the options volume here. Snap is not really much going on the hourly, so I'd skip that. I think there's better plays out there. And ZS, same deal. Not really much going on here. If you start breaking around 205, maybe. Support on Qs. Really, your next support is really the 100-day, which is around 312. Good morning. Do you provide photo ID to buy Coinbase on Bitcoin? I'm not sure. I think I had to in the beginning. It was years ago. Let's see, buy the dip on what exactly? NIO calls, yep, I just talked about that. Good morning, boss. Do you have Ethereum or just Bitcoin? Daniel's asking. I do own both. Morning, boss. How do you feel about PayPal 250s for 150, 115 since Bitcoin's pulling back? I got in on Friday, so let's take a look at PayPal. Yeah, PayPal's pulling back a little bit, really only $6. And you have the which ones? The 250 calls. Yeah, it should bounce off that 200-day. Again, guys, we saw this on Monday. The same bloody Monday nonsense. And what happens? We bounced all-time highs by the end of the week. I think we're gonna be bid back up, so I'm not really worried about it. Riot, buy this dip. I don't own any Riot. I just trade Riot. I prefer that you just trade Riot, not own it personally. I think the best bet is to just own Bitcoin outright. But again, I think this dip is gonna get bought anyways. Let's see here. Been holding BA since 150. Do you think I should sell? Vishal's asking. I think, Vishal, you should sell when you want to, not when you need to. If you need the money, go for it. Sell it if you need to. Again, I own Boeing long-term, and I don't see a reason to sell it. And I wouldn't sell when it's red. I'd sell when it's green, when it's moving higher. Just like I'd buy when it's red, not when it's green. Thoughts on Gilead? Again, I've said this many times in regards to these vaccine makers. Just own IBB. Make life simple. Don't even pick one horse. The only vaccine company I have, or medical company, that I own is Pfizer, and it's only because of the yield. This was actually pre-COVID. Let's see. Looks like gold is gone. Still following you because no one else is always right. Happy deciding in my 20s. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not willing to give up on GLD yet, to be honest with you. I'm not. I know everyone wants to go ahead and just give up, but again, if it does, it does, and it doesn't work out, that's fine. But we could bounce, and again, I'm willing to hold that. I'm willing to hold it, and sometimes that's just the way it goes. But again, we'll hit Qs and we'll make up for it one way or another. Let's see here. Is it too late to hop in Qs? Nope. Plug by the dip. Plug, there's not really much dip there, but if you're looking to get back in, maybe look around 40 or 39.63. Palantir, I own it long term. What do you think about CRM versus BABA long term? Wow. I own BABA more. I own BABA. I don't own CRM, so I would say BABA. BTC buying the dip. I buy it every Thursday, regardless of the price. Square chart. Square is actually going to take a little bit of a hit here. The market is, obviously. So again, you could see reconnection successful. Okay, great. Okay, bullish on Apple? Yes, I'm still bullish. There is a double top right at 140, so you have to wait for that break. Do you use SMAs or EMAs these days? This is the DMA, which is SMA. Yes. Best time to buy Bitcoin right now. If you're a long-term investor, you want to buy this dip. Might be the best op for a long time. I don't know what that means. What crypto is the best to try to buy in your opinion? Bitcoin, number one. Or if anyone can answer that for me, what about Carlos? Again, I already just answered. What stock will bounce today? Most likely. Most likely, I do believe all of them have an opportunity. There's not one in particular. Again, I already gave the 6 names I'm watching. How do I day trade this market? Well, you have to learn. Take your time. You just have to learn. I'm trying to be short term, but I hate waking up to my coins and BIC down. Again, you can't be looking at it one day at a time. You're gonna drive yourself nuts, especially Bitcoin or crypto, where it's 24 hours a day. You're not gonna stay up every day. Let's see. Thoughts on CRSPR? CRSPR. I have no idea what that is. CRSPR. I have no idea what that is. So it doesn't even bring that up here. Sorry about that, Chief. Is it a REIT index? It says nothing comes up. So sorry about that. Again, a little bit of a pullback in the market. Not the worst thing in the world. This happened last Monday. What happened? We got bid up. So you take your time, just like anything else. Do you see Tesla? Thoughts on Tesla inclusion of SPY-G? Great. I own SPY-G, so I'm happy with that. And I own Tesla. Thoughts on GME? GME had a really good number. About 320% gain from the holiday season. You could see that previous Fibonacci, which I'm not updated on GameStop, is at right around 2031. So looking pretty solid. Again, you can always target 23 if you're looking to swing this here. But again, for the most part, I'm not willing to get into GameStop. I think there's better retail names out there than GameStop, personally. Thoughts on NIO stocks? I already talked about it. NIO looks great. I own the stock long term. If we do break 65.85, watch the 70 calls for this week. Could get a lot of volume. Again, we talked about that on Finviz where it showed the chart on NIO. Looks really, really good based on that trend line. Thoughts on Nike? Love Nike long term. I'm a big sneaker guy, so Nike is great. I'm waiting for a dip here. My dip on Nike would probably be right around 142. Let me go and bring up a daily to make life easy so I can really start taking a look. Yeah, I have a 120 level, but if we can go ahead on the hourly to get a nice little flush, man, I would love it right here around 142. 142.10, I'll probably buy some more shares of Nike. I'm a big Nike fan. So again, that's even better. That was one of our top 10 of last year too. DKNG, love it long term as well. We did DraftKings this weekend for free. Everyone joined in. Break of 53.01, watch for calls. Right now it looks like we rejected that. The market's down, so that's what we're waiting for. TJX is a decent retailer. Them and Ross stores. Burlington is one of my favorites too. They're fine. And what is the best way to learn ops trading? Well, we do teach it. You can take a look at our website, GARcapitalFX.com. Don't feel the need to buy anything because you're watching, guys. That's not what we're here to do. We're not here to sell anything. We're here to educate. Again, there's plenty of books out there. I don't recommend any book learning on options trading. I think a great first step is Investopedia.com. Give you the basics. We also have some video programs as well. But again, for the most part, again, don't feel the need that if you're watching this, I'm going to sell you something. This is not an infomercial. This is something to help you. Information to help you understand what the hell we're talking about every day. So don't feel the need that, hey, I'm going to sell you something. Investopedia is a really great way to start. So you learn learning the basics. I know a lot of you guys went to college. I'm a college dropout. I hated school. So I know you guys are all about books. That's all I get the questions on. What books? What books? What books? Books are not going to help you when it comes to options trading. It's really a book. It's like learning to ride a bike, reading a book. Doesn't work. You got to get on the bike. That's all it is. And anything to look for trading NIO today? Yeah, we talked about it already. NIO is so exciting. 65.85 for a break. Any penny stocks is worth risking long term? No. Don't waste your time on penny stocks. Should I buy NIO now? Well, the market's not open. And in regards to NIO, if you want to invest on it, I don't know your investment strategy. I don't know your risk tolerance. So it's not that easy to say. All right, guys, we're going to leave it there. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to join me. GARcapitalFX.com is the site. Make sure to like and subscribe our videos. Really do appreciate it. Once we get to 100,000 Instagram followers, where are we? Let me make sure I can see. Let's see. We are at 98,800 followers on Instagram. It's right here. So make sure to follow. Really do appreciate it. Once we get to 100K, we'll do a live trading session. How's that with me? All right, we'll leave it there. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. G.A.R Capital, FX.com is the website. I'll catch you guys tomorrow for the morning note, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Cheers, guys.